What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. This is actually the video everyone's been waiting for. I actually had someone kind of mad at me in the comments on my last video, so I'm going to make this video. There's going to be probably 2 videos this week, or there's going to be one long video the next following week. But right now, this is the video everyone's been waiting for, the Universal trip breakdown. Okay, now the total trip for me and my cousin both was like $4,000. Now I'm gonna round up to the nearest hundredth or the nearest thousand when it comes to these, because they are like particular and I'm not writing them down. I'm not gonna be able to display them anywhere, so I'm just gonna round to the nearest thousand. Alright, so it costed us $4,000, so we each paid $2,000. Well, $200, each of us had to pay $200 for the hotel before the trip even like happened, before even the month of the trip. Now, we booked the trip, she booked the trip in February, and the trip was for the first week of May. Okay, so we had to pay the hotel $200 each, so $400 for 4 nights by March 25th. Now that was a lot of money to a point. I mean, and then we only had about, $1,700 or so left to actually pay of the actual trip for both halves. And to be honest, the whole trip only costed like, what was it, $384.97. No, $384.47.92. That's how much it costed. And both of us separated, like cut that in half, was about 19 something. Okay, so like I said, I was rounding up to the nearest thousand. So after that, so $1,700 I had to spend for mine and Autumn's ticket. I didn't mind. I did it, paid it, everything was paid way before the trip. Like the last month of April, or all of April, I was saving. And I should have had a lot more, but things happened. I chose a couple other things, and yeah, I know next time. But okay, so me and Autumn going up there, my cousin paid for food going up there. Okay, now there's going to be 2 or 3 halves to the budget. There's going to be your budget to get to the park, there's going to be budget at the park, and then there's going to be a budget of how much it costed, your tickets, your fast pass, and all that. Now, we went through a travel agency that was a Harry Potter bundle. Now, we got 2 breakfasts at 2 different places in Hogsmeade, okay? And then we had one in Hogwarts. 2 different days that we could choose. And we was there for 4, so 2 days we didn't have to worry about breakfast. And we did use those the second and third day. We should have waited on the last 2 days, but oh well. That package, like I said, was $3,000 or so, about $3,900. I'll say that $3,900. Going up there, count going up there and leaving as 2 different trips. The reason I say that is so when you do it, any money that you have extra when you get there, you put it to the trip coming back. Now, we went in my cousin's Tahoe, so I had to give her $100 in gas. She paid $100 in gas, so what we did was she filled it up before we left. I filled it up when we stopped the first time. Then she filled it up before we left, and then I filled it up the last time coming back. And that was it. It was seamless. It was great. In the park, now, let me back up. Going up there, figure out your gas, figure out where you are and where the park is. figure out the mileage, figure out how much gas per mile your vehicle gets, and then go from there. Okay, that's exactly what she did. She had a formula. I'm not going to put it up because I don't really know exactly how to do that with my editing software. So, and this is taking me like 9 times. So, I'm not doing this anymore. This is going to be just one cut. I should have brought about $250 and $300. Okay, so $100 for gas and then $200 for food going up there, and of course I would have money to put back for the trip back. So because on the trip back we couldn't afford much like of anything, and my cousin is an amazing person. But so I say gas, do about $50 a kid if you have a kid. If you don't have a kid, then do about $150 a person. Now the reason I say that is you might get stuck somewhere, so you would much rather have more money going up there, just the trip getting there and back, than you think. Okay, and I've actually thought about this. Now, if we was going to go back with my cousin again, I would only bring, probably about 150. 100 for gas for my cousin, and then, 150 for us. So, about 250. The actual park, souvenirs are expensive. Okay, just let's say a keychain is $15. That is your smallest amount you're gonna see is $15. Period. Smallest item there is $15. Go ahead and put that down, write it down. Go online. They have a website. Like, they have an actual Universal Store website that you can buy merch for the park to get sent to your house before you leave, so you're set. I should have done that. I wish I would have. But if you want to buy stuff there, $15 is a small item. They go up. Heck, we saw a signed autograph that was like $1,200. $1,200 USD. That was expensive. Now, in the park, if you're eating in the park, both lunch and supper, depends on where you go. Now, if you're eating in the park, you can spend about $25 a person. That's a combo meal. That's a burger, fries, and a drink. Now, this right here is not expensive. This was $13 to buy it, to buy the actual cup, and then it's $8 to refill it. Now, it's a pretty big size cup. My head's pretty large. It's about, hand length to me. It's a pretty big size cup. I think it's a 30-ounce cup. It doesn't say. Of course it doesn't say. But it's nice. It looks nice. Caution, do not microwave. This is the 2017 style. And like I said, I went 2018. And they have this little thing right here that you can close the straw. It will leak out. So don't not think that it's leak proof. No, it will leak. But there's a straw in it. There's a straw in it. And then the straw comes through like so. And you're walking around the park like this. And we did. We walked around the park like this. Now they have free Coca-Cola, not Pepsi, Coca-Cola freestyle stations. It has like 100 or so drinks in it. Now, next year when we go, or the next time we go, I'm buying another one for my guest, because we used this probably one actual time. Me and Autumn had this thing drunk in like 5 minutes after filling it. And you have a time limit. Now, some of them you don't, some of them you do. Now, you can go up there to the freestyle station and rinse it out. We never had a timeout when we rinsed it out. But it's $8 every about 2 days like 78 hours, you have to pay $9 almost to recharge it to get the free. Now that's cheap. I recommend, if you have kids, buy each kid a cup. Trust me, do the math. You'll save money, because you can go, oh, I just want a burger and fries. You got a drink. There you go. You just saved yourself $4 each time you're eating. And if you're staying 4 days, do the math. We ate there every single day. We ate in the park once. For me and Autumn both, it's about $30. And we didn't get the combo. Like, we just got a burger and a fry or something like that. That was it. I mean, we used this. When I bought it the first day, we used it at least for dinner. So, like I said, about, if you're buying food there, $50 a person. Okay, a person. That's breakfast, lunch, and dinner, possibly in the park. If you eat dinner at like 6 o'clock, you can eat dinner there. All of the places close at like 7. Just say 7. But the boardwalk is completely different. Like, Moe's and Burger King and the hot dog place is the 3 cheapest options that I saw, period. All the gourmet stuff is going to run you probably a good $80 a person, almost, because they get pretty expensive. So if you're going as a family, stay away from the boardwalk. Just stay away from it, unless you're going to Moe's or Burger King, or you're getting a hot dog. Just stay away from the boardwalk. It's not or Voodoo Donuts was cheap. Voodoo Donuts was actually pretty cheap too. But my advice, if you're in a family, stay away from the boardwalk. Just stay away. Just eat in the park or go outside of the park and eat, because it's probably going to be a lot cheaper. We did not eat outside of the park. We didn't go outside the park. When we got in there, we didn't leave until we left. That was it. Depends on where you stay. Depends if you get a continental breakfast or not. We stayed in the Hard Rock, so we did not. We had to fend for ourselves when it came to breakfast, lunch, and supper. Most of the time, we would grab a quick bite for breakfast. Well, they did. I didn't eat breakfast most of the time. I ate breakfast the last day that I can remember eating. But about food-wise, $50 a person for each day. Okay, so there's that. Souvenirs, depends on what you want to buy. Depends on what you want to get, and really depends on if you're flying or you're driving. They get like that. Personally, if I could have went up there with my cousin's car and I could have bought everything I wanted, I probably needed about $5,000. Just $5,000 just for what me and Autumn wanted. So take that and run with it. The trip coming back, well, gas, like I said, and still about, trip back, I'll probably say about $30 a person. Depends on where you're going. Depends on how far you're driving. I mean, all of this is opinionated on where you're from. I'm in Tupelo, Mississippi. I am in the northern part of Tupelo, Mississippi. It takes me like 2 hours to get to Memphis from where I live. And we went sideways and down to Florida. 10-hour drive in a Tahoe. So it was like $100 a person for gas, and I should have brought $100 for the trip up there and the trip back for food and drinks. In the park, I should have brought $100 a day for us to eat, period. And then, so altogether, I probably would have ended up spending, if I would have got everything I wanted, would have probably ended up spending about $10,000 if I would have got everything I wanted. How much I did spend? I spent about $2,800 for this entire trip. That was $100 round trip for gas. That was $1,900 for my half of the park. That was 20, 30, 60, 90, 120, about 240. So right there, that's, 19, 2, 3, 4, 5, 45. So 25, 45 so far. And we didn't get really any souvenirs, and I brought $900 with us. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I spent about $3,400 there at the park, and I should have brought another $2,000 with me to get souvenirs. So that being said, over budget is not a bad thing. Under budgeting is the worst thing you could do. So my advice, bring a cooler, bring some food, and that's what we did. We did save a little bit of money here and there. On the trip back, we all ate from the cooler. My advice, bring a cooler, fill the cooler up with foods that taste good cold. And if you don't, then make sure you bring some kind of material to put on a lap to make a sandwich and put everything back. That's all I gotta say. I mean, that's it. Everyone's been, freaking out. I thought I was going to edit this really good, but I don't have good editing software. So it costs money. My job doesn't give me a whole lot right now. So I'm trying to budget here and there. But like I said, about, 34, 45 was about how much I spent. So 34, 45, 100 of that was for gas. I brought $900 to the park, and I spent almost $125 for food. I bought a couple of souvenirs here and there, and butterbeer. I bought a lot of butterbeer, like $15 a pop for 2 of us. I bought a lot of butterbeer. Butterbeer was amazing. God, I love butterbeer. I wish they sold butterbeer in like convenience stores and stuff like that. Like, it was that good. But alright guys, that was my budget of how much I spent at Universal. If you hated the video, I'm sorry. I really am. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up, hit the subscribe, hit the bell right next to it so you'll be notified when I make a new video. Sorry that last week's video was late, or 2 weeks ago was late, and I had the dates wrong. I recorded it on a Tuesday, I said it was on a Monday. I was off Monday for Memorial Day, which threw me all off. That was it. That's what happened. But this is the video for this week. Like I said, I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you did, give it a thumbs down. I don't care. I mean, I should, but hey, y'all gonna do what y'all gonna do. Shout out to everyone that is liking my stuff, that is watching it, that is sharing it, and that is commenting. Even though someone seemed mad at me last video because I did not make this video and everyone's been looking forward to this video, but I don't know why. I don't. The trip was expensive, the trip was really nice, and it was an amazing experience, and I would go back, but it was expensive, and it was a lot more money than I even thought about. Like, I under budgeted like a boss. I did not go up there with the right amount of money, and it showed. My girlfriend was not mad at me, but I was mad at myself to a point. But like I said, go get a travel agent because you're going to save money in the long run. You really will, because travel agent will give you a discount on the fast passes. Fast passes is what you want to make your experience amazing. We waited a total of 30 minutes through the entire park the entire time we was there. 4 days. 30 minutes we waited for a ride. And most of that was, no, take it back. We waited 45 minutes, and the total 30-minute time was one time on our 3rd day in Escape from Gringotts. The line was huge already. And the fast pass line was huge. So, travel agent, pay it then, and then save your money accordingly. Trip going, trip coming back, and in the park. Okay? And if you're a parent, if you're a teenager or millennial, if you're watching this and you want to hit Boardwalk, Boardwalk will cost you about $100 a person if you want to go to the really good restaurants. If you don't, then it might cost you about $15, $20 a person. But with that being said, guys, I'm going to end this video here. Done said it twice, but I'm going to say it 3 times. Leave a like if you liked it. Leave a thumbs up if you didn't like it. Subscribe, hit the bell. Comment what you hated about it, what you liked about it, what I could have done better, and what you want to see in the next video. And what you want to see in next year's trip and how you want me to record it. But until then, guys, I will see you next week. If I don't see you then oh well, I guess I lost you as a subscriber. But hopefully I gained about 3 more behind you. Alright, later.